Hello and welcome to The Adult Life, where we give you the tools to be a happy and healthy adult. My name is Simi and I'm the adult in charge. So I'm back again with another How to Save Money in London series. And yes, I know, in the last video I told you not to eat out, but you guys are stubborn and you wanted to know how to save money on eating out. So that's what I'm going to give you. Last month, my fellow foodies and I rejoiced as the government launched the Eat Out to Help Out scheme. This scheme gave 50% off up to £10 on meals in restaurants and lasted from Mondays to Wednesdays. Monday was the last day of this scheme and let me tell you, I bawled out. I went and I got my Chinese and I ate to my heart's content. And now it's finished, people are looking for ways to continue to save money on eating out because nobody wants to spend more than they have to. And so I'm giving the people what they want. Here are some tips to save money on eating out in London. But this video isn't going to be a numbered list like last week's one was. It's just going to be split into two parts. So the first part will be tips before you go and the second one will be tips for while you're there. So let's start with tips before you go. Something you should be aware of is eating off peak. So Friday, Saturday, Sundays are the worst days to eat out. There are hardly any discounts, the restaurants are full, and you're really not going to get the best bang for your buck if you go at this time. The best times to go would be Monday to Thursday, and then from 12 to 5 or 6, or what I would call an early dinner. These are the times that people don't usually go to restaurants, and so restaurants are really trying to get more people in. So you'll find that a lot of them do lunchtime and early dinner menus where it's 2 courses for 10, 15 or 20 pounds and 3 courses too. These are definitely a lot better value for money, but they do tend to have reduced menus. So it is good to have a look online and see whether they have the food that you want there before you go there, and you get a bit upset because the food that you actually wanted to eat isn't actually there. Next is coupons and deals. Anybody that knows me knows that I am the coupon queen. If I don't have to pay full price, I won't. So coupons are definitely something that is dear and near to my heart. The best places to get coupons from are actually the restaurant themselves. So a lot of restaurants have newsletters that you could sign up to, and they'll basically send you a newsletter maybe every week, every other week, giving you the deals of the week, giving you any extra deals that they might have one day only. And it's really the best place to get information about particular restaurants and any promotions that they may be having. Another thing that you should do is go to Groupon. Now, I love Groupon. It's definitely a really good place for all kinds of discounts, especially on food. Now, Groupon can get a bit of a bad rap because some of the restaurants there are not that good, but it's definitely a place for your more independent places rather than chains, and also your more expensive places. So there's a particular Thai restaurant that I love that's on Groupon, and you can get a 7-course meal that's usually about 60 to 70 pounds for about 40 pounds, which is just ridiculous. So that's definitely an option for you. The thing about Groupon is that sometimes they can have quite tight expiry dates. I've been caught out before, and it's really painful to buy a voucher in advance and then not be able to use it. That's a waste of money. My third place to go is MSE. If you don't know MSE, which is Money Saving Expert, what are you doing with your life? Money Saving Expert is the best place to go if you're trying to save money anywhere. They talk about bills, they talk about savings account, they talk about investments, buying a house. Anything you can imagine is on the MSE website. Granted, it can be a bit daunting just because there's so much, but it is definitely a good place to go if you need a bit of advice on one particular thing. They have different pages where they give you deals on all sorts of things. I really frequent the food pages as a foodie. Something that I really like is that they have a page of birthday treats, and basically what it means is they have a list of companies that give you free stuff on your birthday, which is amazing. And so you sign up to the company's newsletter and you get a free treat on your birthday. Usually I would say that you should sign up to these at least 2 to 3 weeks before your birthday, because sometimes it takes a bit of time for the newsletters to actually get your emails in the subscription list. So if you don't do it early enough, you'll miss out, which happened to me last year and I was sad. So this year I've already done it. Every single company that I want a free birthday treat from, I'm signed up to them. So I'm going to get all my birthday treats this year. Next, similar to coupons and deals, is loyalty cards. Now, we all know what loyalty cards are. So you've got, your normal Starbucks, your Nando's and the stamp chicken. And basically the loyalty cards give you either a discount, or they say that if you buy something 3 times, you'll get something on the 4th time you come. And it's a really good way to get things for cheap or for free. Usually loyalty cards are either an actual physical card or you can use the company's apps, and the apps will have a loyalty tracker of some sort in the app, and you can also get other discounts and deals. So I would definitely say download the apps, use it to its fullest potential and get everything you need. Something else that you can do is use a taste card. Now, taste cards are basically a form of loyalty card where you pay a certain amount a month and they give you a discount on restaurants in general. So I think it's like £5 a month for taste card or something, and they give you 50% off in restaurants like Byron. So it's really good, especially if you eat out a lot at certain restaurants. Obviously it doesn't cover all the restaurants, so you want to make sure that the restaurants that they do cover are the ones that you actually go to, just so you're not wasting your money. But really and truly, even if you go out once a month, it covers you. So it's definitely a really good way to save money if you go to restaurants quite often. Another option that I don't really hear that often is mystery shopping. So I've done mystery shopping for about a year and a half now, and I think it's one of the best ways to get free food. So what it is you go to a restaurant or a shop and you observe the staff and you taste the food and you make sure that it's at the correct standard that the corporate office has set. It's a really good way to get really cheap or completely free food. So sometimes I go to kind of lunchtime restaurants and I get totally free. For the more expensive ones, it's usually just subsidized, but getting a voucher for £30 for a meal is a really good deal for just a bit of work. And obviously there is some work involved. You have to take pictures of the food, you have to write a report afterwards, but you take pictures of food anyway, why not get paid for it? And the last way to save money before you go to the restaurant is eat out to help out. Yes, eat out to help out has been extended by certain restaurants, not the government. So some companies, I don't know whether they thought, I didn't really get the full benefit of this, or maybe they thought the custom that they were bringing in was actually a lot more than the money that they would lose from doing half price. But quite a few companies have decided to extend the Eat Out to Help Out scheme throughout September, which is amazing for people like me. So obviously now, because it's not a government scheme, these companies have the ability to do what they like with the discount. So some are still doing the 50% off up to £10. Some are doing 50% in general, excluding alcohol. Some are doing buy one, get one free. But really, you should check before you go to the restaurant just to make sure you don't get stung or anything. It's usually still Monday to Wednesday, though some are doing Monday to Thursday. And what I'm really trying to do is I have a link in the description bar below, and it's going to have a list of all the restaurants I can find that are still doing the Eat Out to Help Out. A lot of them will be London because a lot of these businesses just happen to be in London, but I'm really trying to also focus on other cities. So Leeds, Manchester, maybe even Scotland if need be. So I'll be updating that as much as possible. Disclaimer, these are just to help you. If you really want to know exactly what deal they're doing, it would be a good idea to go to the website and check, but at least you'll have a list of the areas near you. Now we're talking about what you should do while you're at the restaurant. So you've done your research, you found a really nice restaurant on Groupon or that's doing Eat Out to Help Out, and you're there. So what next? First thing, stop ordering so many drinks. Drinks have to be the biggest budget killer in restaurants. It's ridiculous. Why would you buy a glass of Coke for £3.45 where you could get the whole bottle for £1.50? It just doesn't make sense. Drink water. Your food will taste better. It's less calories. Drink water. Also, alcoholic drinks are really bad. Buying a cocktail for £7, fine. Buying multiple cocktails for £7, not so fine. So I would say, even if you do need to drink, limit it to one and drink water for the rest of the night. I would say drink water at the beginning, and then towards the middle of the meal, order your cocktail. That way it lasts to the end. Something else you can do is share starters. So something I love is wings. I have a cousin that loves nachos. And so what we do is we get a plate of wings or nachos to share. And what that means is that we just pay less. So if you have 3 people sharing a plate of nachos, it's a lot cheaper than one person paying for a plate of nachos. And then if you have multiple people, like 5 or 6, you can order a range of starters to share between you, and the price gets even cheaper. Or you can share your mains, especially in cuisines like Indian and Chinese, where it's more of a sharing culture, or like tapas. if you order 5 mains between 6 or 7 people, you're still going to get a decent portion, but you don't necessarily have to spend as much. You can also get sides to supplement it. So if you get a few mains of chicken and barbecue ribs and burgers, and then you get fries and coleslaw as your sides, you can easily make 3 or 4 mains stretch between a larger amount of people. This one can be a bit, it can be a bit imaginer. Don't split the bill equally. Everybody has that friend that goes ham on the food and the drink and then says, "Oh, you know what? I think we should just split the bill equally, you know." Sister, how are we splitting the bill when I ordered 1 starter, 1 main and drank water, and you got 2 starters, a main, dessert, an alcoholic drink and something to take home? Are you dumb? So yeah, definitely watch out for those kind of people. Get better friends if you need to, or just tell them from the beginning, I really need to watch my money, so would you mind if we all got separate bills? One time, simple. Another thing you can do is use apps. So there's an app called Too Good To Go, and what it does is restaurants like Pret, cafes, bakeries that have a bit extra left over at the end of the day can actually sell their food that day. Instead of getting a main meal at a place like Pret, for instance, for £5, they'd sell it to you for £3. So you're still eating out, but the price is a lot less and it's still the same quality really. And last but not least, if you have a uni around you, it might be a really good way to save money. So don't tell anybody I told you, but uni restaurants and uni cafes usually are subsidized because they're for uni students, but they're actually open to the public. So if you have a uni nearby, you know they have a restaurant or they have a coffee shops especially, you can go in and get subsidized coffee or meals. More coffee than meals, but it never hurts to try. There you have it. Those are my top tips for how to save money while eating out in London after Eat Out to Help Out. I hope these helped. Do you know any that I have missed out? Which one is your favorite? Let me know. Until next time, see ya!